Right, folks, welcome back to Pommy and Oz, your home of all things footy and the footy world with a bit of a pommy twist. So grab yourself a cuppa, settle down, because we've got some cracking news coming out of the AFL world. The Indigenous All-Stars squad for 2025, the opening fixture that starts our footy extravaganza, has finally been announced, and it's looking sharper than a butcher's knife at the minute on market day. It's stacked with speed, talent, and heaps of X Factor. Whether you love flair, big tackles, high marks, goal kicking, this team's got it all. And this is a real important game for the start of the fixture, as it's bringing together culture, pride, and all the Indigenous talent in the football world to showcase it against a strong Fremantle side. If you're enjoying the content, do us a favour, hit that like button and subscribe. Turn that notification bell on so you don't miss anything that we do. So let's run that intro and get stuck in to this week's news. Now, for those who don't know, I've been living under a rock, the AFL announced an Indigenous All-Stars game is making a return after what seems like an eternity. It was last played in 2015. And the All-Stars are going to face off at the Optus Stadium on February the 15th. And it's fair to say that I'm quite excited about this because I love these kind of showcase events. It's not the state of origin that we've all been craving, but it's as good as we're going to get. And I'm really excited about seeing this open the fixture. For me, it makes a lot more sense to start the year with maybe like a representation game. This would have been grouse for me if it was like the Indigenous All-Stars versus an Australian select type side to really get the buzz going. But this is brimming with talent. And trust me, it's going to be fast-paced, it's going to be high-skilled, and it's going to be probably like an NBA-style exhibition game. The Indigenous players have lit up the league for years, and they always bring that sense of creativity, entertainment, and X Factor. And this game, on paper, with its team, looks like it's going to be a real reflection of that. So who has made the cut? Well, let's get right into it. The squad is stacked, and it's got 31 names from across the 16 clubs. Only the Giants and the Swans are missing out on selection. There's 7 All-Australians, 9 Premiership players, 6 top 10 picks, 3 Mark of the Year winners. Some serious firepower is in this squad, and it's got some real experience as well. It's the perfect mix of last year's stars, young guns, and seasoned veterans who will be leading the way and hopefully putting on a massive performance. Now, let's shine a light on some of the players that I think in this squad are going to be really exciting. We'll start with Charlie Cameron, the absolute live wire. He's kicked some goals that truly get you off your seat. He's got that X Factor ability. He can kick them from almost anywhere on the goal. You give him an inch, he turns it into a goal. 2-time All-Australian, incredibly quick. He knows where the sticks are, and he's the one player that I feel like every other team would want from Brisbane Lions. If you could get any player, I'd imagine Charlie Cameron is quite high up on your acquisition list. Staying in the small forward line, we're looking at Bobby Hill. Norm Smith medalist, Premiership player, big impact player. And although last year people said he was quiet, he still kicked a lot of goals. He steps up when it matters. He'll be buzzing to, I think, really play this game. He's a great career story, you know, when he went from GWS to the Bright Lights of Melbourne, led the Pies to a flag. The Pies know all about him, so does the AFL world. He's going to be a real excitement in that small forward area in what is a real strong small forward line. Moving on to the defence, and probably one of the best intercept tall players that defies his height every time he plays, and that's Stephen May. If you want a team with attacking weapons, you've got to have someone who guards the fort and stays at home, and Stephen May is one of the top defenders in the AFL. He's as hard as an old boot. He makes opposition forwards really have to think about what they're doing. He's good aerially, but he's also not too shabby on the deck. But he also is a big transitional threat as well. He likes to get that defence turned into attack as quickly as possible. He's definitely one that really stabilises this team that's brimming with attacking flair. Isaac Rankine is another player that I'm looking for, and Isaac Rankine is definitely X Factor personified. He's got it in spades. He kicks some fantastic goals. He's been playing with the midfield in Adelaide in pre-season, so I expect to see our first look at him foraying around stoppage and centre bounces. He's skillful, he's unpredictable. His ability as well to spread play. He's not scared of that long arched kick horizontally to really spread the width. He's definitely going to be a player that I'm looking forward to because Adelaide, a lot depends, I feel, on the Rankine combination. And it's our first chance to look at one of them in Isaac Rankine. And Shai Bolton, one of the most electrifying players, I think, in the league. He's always one of them players that grabs the headlines, whether it's him showing the ball to Sam Doherty or whether it's him playing some beautiful football and really taking your breath away. Fremantle's new signing going up against his new mates is one that I'm really excited. And he's one of them players that if he finds a bit of space, it's game over. As for the other players, Port have lead the way. They have 4 representatives in this side. Jace Burgoyne, Jeremy Finlayson, Willie Rioli and Jason Horne-Francis, who we'll talk about a bit more. Fremantle is quite interesting. They are playing them. Obviously, we've talked about Shai Bolton, but they've also lost Alex Pearce and Michael Walters. Going to be interesting because there is an injury cloud over Alex Pearce, who has been heavily really up for this game. Brisbane, Melbourne and Collingwood are also well represented, with gun players leading the charge from then. And the young guns are the ones that we're really looking for. While we've got the big names that we've talked about, there is a few young ones who are genuinely going to be looking to make a statement in this game. And the first one we're going to start with is Jesse Motlop at Carlton. Announced today that he's going to be in the team, and he's a player with a lot to prove. He comes with a great pedigree. He's got a great famous name, and he's got footy in his blood, as we know. He's quick, he's electric, he knows where the goals are, and he's probably been hit and miss for Carlton. His best has probably been downplayed at times by his worst, but he's got a chance to really showcase his talent here. The club at Carlton have said that he's had an exceptional pre-season, and this is what happened last year before he got injured. This could be a real chance to really break, add some names to it, really showcase what he's about, and really make it exciting. I'm really excited about seeing this guy here. Jason Horne-Francis is another one, probably the most talked about young midfielder in the game at the minute. Hard, tough, explosive, can really damage a midfield when he gets the ball, and he's going to have a little bit more responsibility at Port. The pre-season reports are he's flying at the minute. So he's going to be one that's going to be a real danger in this game and one that I'm really excited about watching. And probably the most underrated footballer I feel in the league, and that's Nasi Wanganeen-Milera. If you like smooth movers, people that can change the game off halfback, go up to the wing, overlap, but also defend, enter inside 50 deep, but also really keep that game moving. This guy is, for me, the most underrated player in his draft class. He has really broken into the game and looks really strong. As for the other teams, there is some genuine talent there. You've got Callum Archie in the team from Brisbane. You've got Jade Gresham from Essendon. Ash Johnson joins in from Collingwood. You've got Lawson Humphreys, the young player who came from nowhere last season out of WA to Geelong, has actually been explosive. You've got Tyson Stengel, another guy that has a great story from his time at Adelaide, from him being disciplined to being delisted to finding his way back to winning a premiership medal, and real explosive talent. Gold Coast, they've got Joel Jeffrey and Ben Long represented. The Mighty Hawks, Carl Amon and Jarman Impey, a bit of experience there. One of the best wingmen in the game, and also a real solid halfback that can go into the forward line. Jai Simkin represents North Melbourne. Richmond, Maurice Rioli Jr. It wouldn't be an Indigenous game without the Rioli name there. He's going to be looking to make a mark. West Coast Eagles as well, Frio's arch enemies. Tim Kelly joins, Cody Livingston and Liam Flying Ryan. He's going to add that. And we talked about the doggies there with a representative from Liam Jones, who is a hamstring concern. Will he get time? We know that when his time at Carlton, he was a big advocate of the Indigenous Guernsey, and his Indigenous heritage, shared that story a lot, and he's continued that trend up at the doggies. And Fremantle's trio as well, they have injury concerns. Shai Bolton, Alex Pearce and Walter all facing some late fitness tests for this game. But fingers crossed they can get themselves right, because this team is brimming with talent. And obviously a player I'm super excited about seeing joining Jesse Motlop is our own small forward, our converted halfback flanker, Zachy Williams, who has got a great surname. Can't wait to see what he can showcase, because he was a real excitement last year with that new role for us, and we know he loves a goal celebration, so he should be one that I'm super keen to watch out for. Now, this game is more than just footy. It's about celebrating that Indigenous culture and heritage, which is really, I think, the cornerstone of the AFL. Players speak about how much this means to them in the press. The Guernsey looks absolute ripper. They're representing their people and playing for something a bit bigger than themselves. A real game for me that can unite all of Australia. It's a powerful message, I feel, that what is great about this game is we look past them little things that separate us and we all join together and celebrate our wonderful game. Where is this game? So remember, 15th of February at the Optus in Perth. Tickets are selling fast, and if you're a footy fan, you don't want to miss this. It's going to be fast, high energy, goals, tackles, screamers, all sorts happening. We'll be covering this live on the show as well, so stay tuned for that. Well, that's the full rundown then of the 2025 Indigenous All-Stars game. What a team we've got. What an exciting game we've got planned. I hope you guys and girls are looking forward to footy officially kicking off like I am. Hit that like button, subscribe to the Pommy and Oz channel, and let us know in the comments which player are you keen to light up. Cheers for tuning in, and we'll catch you next time.
Spent all my life holding all of it closely. I played it innocent, a feel of discontent. I'm finally facing it all, fearless.